ensure that the integrity of the matric exam is not compromised. He also says the Basic Education Department and the Hawks are now investigating the leaking of a total of 3 matric examination papers. They are seeking to determine the source of the incidents and that those responsible to be held accountable. Lesufi says that as investigations continue, they are confident that the credibility of the exams remain intact.
We are now concluding our matric examinations. Unfortunately, we're hit by 3 paper leaks. The minister have already engaged Hawks to assist us to track where these leaks come from and also to indicate how we can resolve this matter. In our province, the HOD has already instructed those that are dealing with examinations to go through 3 critical verification processes to ensure that the team that is working around the examination has not compromised our examination. Thus far, as a province, we have full confidence on the processes that the minister has undertaken, and we believe the minister, together with the Hawks, will assist us to identify those that were responsible for the leak of the examinations. We also urge members of our society to utilize the number that the minister has introduced to report the culprits or to provide information that will assist us to know who's behind the leaks that we are currently facing in terms of matric examinations. Thus far, we are still convinced that the credibility of the examination is still intact, and the team have placed alternative mechanisms to identify who will be responsible or who's responsible for these leaks. We'll await the minister to take a decision on whether the papers that have been identified as leaked, whether those papers will be rewritten or the system will utilize the normal identification process to identify the culprits that might have performed better compared to their original marks throughout the year.
Now, drought-stricken Northern Cape farmers are still waiting for their share of the 36 million rand drought relief fund. Thousands of jobs have been lost in the sector. The official opposition in the province, the Democratic Alliance, is putting pressure on the department to release the funds before mid-December, as failure to do this will see the funds being returned to National Treasury. The funds have been available since March, but officials have failed to get the much-needed relief to the battling farmers.
The Northern Cape was declared a drought disaster area in January this year. 300 million rands was immediately made available by national government for 3 affected provinces. But farmers in the province are still left high and dry. Poor communication has been cited as the main reason for the lack of action.
Everything is in place for provinces to react quickly. Remember, we have legislation in place, the Disaster Management Act of 2003, which is giving all the duties and responsibilities from national level through to provincial level. But it appears to me that there's not intergovernmental relations between other departments, and that is the biggest hiccup. How is it possible that since the 13th of March, that Costa declared the 36 million rand, that it can only be utilized 8, 9, 10 months down the line? So somewhere along the line, people are not talking to each other.
The provincial government denies that it is dragging its feet in handling this matter.
It is disingenuous to mention that it's only now that the department is responding to the drought challenges in our province. I'd like to remind our community that on the 5th of October, department made a call for application and re-registration for Northern Cape Drought Relief Fund, and the closing date was the 15th of October. He further mentioned that the priorities areas were Namakwa, Pixley and ZFM district.
Farmers in the Van Wyks Vlei say the situation is not getting better as their animals continue to die. The area is among those prioritized to receive its share of the drought relief before the 15th of December. Motlali Pule Morake, SABC News.